Hello, guys. Welcome back to 831 Podcast. This is your host, Erik Aceves.
What's good, guys? Welcome back to the podcast. This is your co-host Charlie Rocha, and today we got a special guest. So go ahead and introduce yourself, man. Your name, age, and where you grew up.
Alrighty. My name is Erik Delgadillo. I'm from Salina, California. I'm 24 years old.
Okay. And where are you currently doing and pursuing?
At the moment, I'm a licensed barber at a Premium Barbers here in Salinas, California.
Okay. So what got you into cutting hair, bro?
Going back to like the very, very, very beginning was because I had little stages where I would start and stop.
Yeah.
It was just a moment where I was in Mexico at one of my tia's house, and one of my uncles, he was probably like, his name's Andy Zamora actually. He was out there and he had a pair of clippers. I was like, what the heck? What's this guy doing over here?
Yeah.
And he would take me around with him during that trip, and I saw him cutting his own hair. And I didn't realize that a lot of our family members would do that were kind of like his age.
Yeah.
That was just kind of a thing to do, like back in the 90s, I guess. Se enseñaban how to, I don't know. They would learn how to cut their hair. So that was kind of the first thought. So I came back. Fast forward, I came back, and I realized we had like a pair of those Walmart wall clippers. And I butchered myself, dude, for the first time. I was started watching YouTube videos, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna start doing this because I saw him do it. So I started from there, messing I'm in middle school, dude, 8th grade year, and I'm just showing up with lineups over here, tapers messed up.
Yeah.
But I kind of had that like, dude, I know there's people doing this. I just got to figure out how I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
So I would just look up clippers, Walmart wall clippers, how to do a taper. And I would try to learn how to do a taper, and then I would try to learn how to do a fade on myself. And little by little, I learned how to do that until one day someone came up to me and was like, hey, dude, who cut your hair? And like, oh, dude, I do it by myself.
Yeah.
He was actually one of my neighbors across the street. He's like, hey, well, what's up? Get down with me. I was like, all right, let's do it.
Yeah.
Cut him up, butchered him, but, we're 8th graders, it was a free cut.
That's why.
And then all the neighborhood kids, dude, I'm cutting them up through high school. Freshman year, I started playing football. And, dude, we would go to team dinners, and I was chopping everybody up for free. Like, I didn't even know that you could charge. This wasn't a business. It was just a hobby. Like, oh, that's the guy that knows how to cut.
Yeah.
So we started doing that. And then I got to the point where I was like, look, there's a lot of randoms right here. Like, I'm going to start charging you guys $5. So I would get discouraged, bro, because I would charge half the people free, half the people $5 that I didn't know.
Yeah.
So I was just like, damn, dude, like I feel like I'm like biting myself, like I can't buy new clippers, I can't do nothing because I wasn't really making any money.
You were on a budget.
Yeah, so then I would stop cutting because I was like, damn, dude, nobody really wants to pay me. Like everybody wants it for free, right? Because that's how I kind of acostumbrar la gente. You kind of, and that's one thing that I learned later on. You kind of teach people how to treat you.
Yeah.
So I would get discouraged. I would stop cutting for like 2-3 months, 4 months. And then I would be like, you know what? I'm going to get back into it. So that's kind of how my high school experience was. I ended up getting a football scholarship. No, I ended up graduating high school. And one of my grandma's friends owned a shop. It was Amy's Beauty Salon. Right there in downtown. Right there by Jaime's, the little bar right there. It doesn't exist anymore. But I met Steve-O the barber, which they gave me a free month. They're like, you know what, man? She's like, hey, I like that you cut hair. So come give it a try. Do a free month. If you like it, go to barber school.
Yeah.
So during this time, I was trying to see if I was going to go to college or not. Because, when I was in high school, dude, everybody had to go to college. That was just the thing to do.
That's a tough decision.
Like, if you don't go to college, you're not going to be successful kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? In that month, I mean, I'm barely getting by, I didn't really have any clients that were willing to pay the $20 or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was working at Burger King at the time, so it just, it wasn't really working out. I was working over here, then half-assing this, and then half-assing this, working over here. So then I stopped cutting hair. I was like, you know what? I'm done. I pursued football.
Yeah.
I ended up getting a football scholarship. I left to North Dakota.
Damn. Okay.
I played ball at Dickinson State University out there. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to pack my clippers just in case there's no good barbers out there. Because North Dakota, I didn't know nothing about North Dakota. Like, so I was like, you know what?
It's a long way from home.
Oh, yeah. We're right in the middle of this, somewhere up there by Canada. So, yeah, dude, I packed up my clippers just in case. 2 weeks later, I needed a haircut. I was like, damn, no barbers. We didn't really have money. We're living in the dorms and stuff, college students.
Yeah.
So I was like, I started chopping my hair. And this dorm, dude, it's 4 rooms, 2 people per room, and it's a bunch of guys. And there were also football players there. And I didn't really know nobody, dude, because I'm talking like I went by myself, you know, I had no family members, nothing. So I started from scratch. So I'm chopping up my hair. Somebody's walking into the room. They're like, hey, you're cutting your own hair? Yeah. I'm like, yeah. He's like, hey, you got me? I'm like, shit, I'm down. Yeah. That one haircut, to tell you that the football team had over 100 dudes on the football team. Because when you go to college, dude, there's like 80, I don't know, like maybe like 65 players that travel. And then you still got like another 40, 50 that are like redshirting or like, those are kind of like the ones that are like freshmen and stuff. So it's a big football team. So one of the guys was a football player. The next day he goes to practice. He's like, hey, who cut you up, dude? Oh, that linebacker, Erik. Oh, all right. Out of that guy, dude, I want to say I got maybe like 15 or 20 clients. From those 15, 20 clients, I got another 20 clients. And then from those, it was just like a doubles game, dude. Damn, yeah. And this town, Dickinson, North Dakota, bro, it's got like 28,000 people. This is a small town. So the word gets around really quick. Yeah. And there wasn't that many barbers. I think there was 1 or 2 barbershops over there. This is back in like 2019. So there was another guy that was from California, from Modesto, that was cutting hair. He was a basketball player out there. So he was about to graduate. So he was going to head back home. Yeah. So I was kind of like, okay, maybe I can do a little something over here. Where I'm still no barber school or nothing, just cutting on the side. Yeah. Living in the dorms. So it was kind of hard to get people in. Like, I had to let them in through the door. Yeah. Or go upstairs to the second floor, set up a little thing by the sink. It was just a hassle. So that following year, me and my roommate were like, dude, let's get out of the dorms. Like, let's get our own apartment. I said, all right, let's do it. My mom co-signed for us. $450, dude, for a 2-bedroom apartment out there. Damn. You know? Yeah. So we had a living room, 2 bedrooms, a kitchen, and I was like, hey, dude, what if we make the living room a barbershop? Yeah. Let's pimp it out, put some sofas, a TV. Little by little, dude, I started off with a little stool and a little thing right there. And from there, hey, dude, we got enough. I made enough money for a little chair. And there wasn't barber. Where was I gonna buy a brand new barbershop, dude? A barber chair. Yeah. So we hit up a salon on Facebook Marketplace. They had a chair for $100. I was like, dude, this is a steal, because barber chairs on Amazon are like $400.
Yeah, they're insane.
Yeah, so I would buy little clippers here and there, like cool, like aftershave from the Dollar Tree right there. That's kind of how we would do it. Yeah. Whatever clippers I had brought, I used them for like 2 years. They didn't break, thankfully. You know, sometimes the teeth were missing, but I didn't know that we had to change our blades and stuff. This is before barbers going up. But when it really, really started to blow up like crazy over there, was a lot of people shopped at Walmart. That was the biggest thing. So some of my clients would go to Walmart, and over there's a lot of oil field workers that come from like Alabama, Texas and stuff. People from all over the country, because oil fields were big over there. One of the guys stopped him. He's like, hey, who's cutting your hair, dude? I had to give him a design or something. From that client, dude, it opened up a door for the oil field workers, concrete workers, the raza that was over there contratados from Mexico that were, dude, that country, that they had like 150 of them. You know, contratados living over there. Ooh. So business was just booming, bro. And I was like, holy crap, I don't even want to go to school anymore. Yeah. But one of the things that I didn't have was a barber's license, dude. So how the heck was I going to expand in this living room? Yeah. There was no way I was going to be able to do stuff, you know?
But were you charging already?
I was charging like $10, dude.
That's crazy.
$10. We're talking like doing 30 haircuts a week or whatever, maybe. But it's just, I still wasn't like, it was hard, dude. I was still
couldn't grow,
yeah. But I didn't know none of this business, like the other side, like how much are you supposed to charge? When are you supposed to go up, you know?
Knowledge. People don't grow knowing all this, you know? There's things that like you gotta learn, you know, or somebody has to tell you about, right?
Oh yeah, you gotta take a course, or you gotta know a shop owner or something. One day, dude, one of my clients was a manager at Menards. That's kind of like a Home Depot, or for them over there. Yeah, yeah. A barbershop owner goes up to him. He's like, "Hey, dude, who did that fade?" "Oh, dude, it's one of my boys. You know, he's barely learning. He cuts out of his garage, or no, out of his living room." "Okay, well, hey, tell that guy to come see me, bro. Here's my card." Yeah, yeah. Saz. And me, I'm still going to school. I'm still playing ball. So I'm seeing it as not like a side hustle, but in a way, it's like I got a whole business over here, and I was a business major.
Yeah.
So I was like, wait, I'm learning more from business over here than I am sometimes even in the classroom.
Yeah.
So this guy comes and gets a haircut. He calls me all excited, dude. Hit him up. But I don't know. Something was telling me like, I don't know, man. Maybe this guy's trying to call state board on me or something.
Yeah.
Like I'm kind of nervous. Am I stealing his clients? 2 or 3 weeks go by and I'm just milking it. I don't know. One day, dude, I just woke up. I was like, I looked at his business card. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go check this dude out. I show up. His shop, nice and clean shop. 4 chairs. He had 2 chairs open, and he had a back office. I was like, oh damn, this guy's legit.
Yeah.
Show up. Hey, dude, my name's Erik. You talked to one of my clients. He gave me your card. He's like, oh, you're the guy that's been messing everybody's hair up. Like,
Damn, yeah.
So we go to his back office. He's like, take a seat. He's like, so what's up, man? What are your plans? Are you licensed? Like, nah, dude.
Yeah.
He's like, all right. He's like, well, there's a school 4 hours away, dude. Go to that barber's, that barber school. And I was like, what the? Dude, I just moved 28 hours from where I'm from.
Yeah.
You really think I'm going to move 4 hours? And like, I'm not going to know nobody again. So I was like, damn, this is crazy.
And you're like, I don't even know you.
Yeah, like, but he's like, dude, this is how much I make. But he's giving me the rundown. I'm like, okay. He's like, just to tell you that I make more money than the chiropractor next door. I don't know how much the chiropractor was making, but I was like, oh, you must be busy. Yeah, les llegaba cortes all crazy. I was like, all right. So we ended up having a conversation, and I kind of went home with that thought, like, damn, how am I gonna do it? And over there it snows for like 6 months, dude. So to be driving over there, like, I had to like literally everything that I created there, I was gonna have to stop and redo it again.
Yeah.
And I already had like a little established business right here before I left.
Yeah,
so this was gonna be the 3rd time that I start all over.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, 19 years old. I'm like, dude, I don't know if I could do this.
Those are some crazy decisions.
So I call my mom and I'm like, hey, I got this crazy idea. What if I were to move back home and go to barber school? There's a Wayne's Beauty College. There's one right here in Salinas.
Yeah.
I'll save that rent money.
Yeah.
And I'll just go to school. The barber's license in North Dakota, if you get it there, it's not universal for California. Mm. California has a barber's license where it's so easy for you to, like, if I want to move to another state, you can what is it that? Yeah, you just have to literally just change it. Boom. But the thing about their requirements over there I was gonna have to start all over here.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, so I end up moving home, dude. I was like, hey, can I borrow like $500? I called my mom. Yeah. Can I borrow $500? I just need enough money to get me home. So she's like, okay, whatever, but you're kind of crazy, for doing this. But hey, I'll support you. So I end up packing on my stuff, bro. And I bounced back over here on a mission. I was like, I'm gonna get my barber's license. Yeah. I came back over here. 2 weeks later, I started barber school. Así en caliente. Like, I was like, I'm here for a reason. I'm here to get my barber's license, and I'm gonna go right back to North Dakota. That was my thing. I was known at Wayne's for hey, you're North Dakota, huh? The guy that's gonna, hey, I'm just here to get my barber's license, and I'm out of here. I'm gonna open up a shop over there. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. And a month and a half into starting barber school, boom, we closed down. Damn. I have no clients, dude. Nobody even knows I'm back in California because I was barely doing my freshman requirements. I couldn't even cut if I wanted to. So one of my buddies finds out that I'm back, and I cut his hair, and the kind of word little by little starts to go around. And it's not until I was like, you know what? I need an Instagram account. Because social media right now that's gonna be the move. So I started recording the journey a little bit. Hey, I'm back in Salinas. I'm cutting up. Let me know. $10 cuts. I started again. When I was in North Dakota, I ended up going up to $20, but I started back $10.
Yeah.
And we're a month and a half in. We shut down. COVID happens. So now I can't go to barber school. I'm not. Everything shut down back in North Dakota. I'm just like, damn, dude, what the heck did I just do? Like, Wayne's closed down for like 6 months.
Fuck.
But people were still getting haircuts somewhere, and it was in people's garages, dude. That's when the business of barbering, I feel like, boomed. This was a perfect time to start. If you were gonna be a barber, that was a time for you to grow. Because even if you wanted to go to your barber, you couldn't. Because a lot of people were. My boy right here, he wasn't cutting, and he was a really booked barber,
Yeah.
So I didn't have no clients, so I was people's backup barber during COVID, and clients started coming in little by little. Clients started coming in little by little. The word started getting around. $10, $10. You're getting a good haircut. I was providing more service than what I was getting in return. But to me, it was just like, don't trip, bro. Build your brand, build your clientele.
Yeah.
Later on, you're gonna make the money. And I was in barber school. I was trying to learn as much as possible. I was trying to get my reps up.
Yeah.
I could have made a killing, dude. I'm pretty sure I could have charged 30, 40, 50 bucks.
Easy.
But for me, it was just like I need to build a brand. I need to build myself. I need to get my reps up. Everything that I was kind of trying to do was going to be for the for me, maybe now or like in the next 10 years.
Yeah.
And the more people that knew that I cut hair, the more successful I was going to be. So I ends up taking like a year and a half, dude, for me to actually graduate, because it was just opening up, closing. I actually went back. Like, one of my buddies from LA was like, hey, you know what? We're actually going to go back to North Dakota. If your school's still closed, like, come up here.
Yeah.
I went back for like 3 months, closed down everything with the apartment, because I had somebody else living in there at the time. And fuck, people were sad, dude. Stay. What are you doing? But now I had to say bye to everybody the proper way now. Said bye. Came back, finished up barber school. 3 months milking in the garage. Like, I'm already booked, dude. $20, I'm booked.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, damn. The clients are starting to ask me, like, hey, dude, so what's up? Like, you gonna get in a shop? Like, and I feel like I was like, dude, my clients deserve better than this. They deserve more than this garage right here with my parents doing freaking laundry, or my dad trying to work out. So I was like, damn. And my parents need their garage back. But I was just so hard, bro, making that decision, because I was like, I don't want to be shop to shop to shop to shop, figuring out where I want to be. But when those it was two clients, bro, that actually told me, hey, dude, this guy, he's legit. Hit him up. And he had opened up his shop. He had already been, he's a barber. He's been like 6 years in the game already. So I was like, all right, that's what I need. I need a mentor.
Yeah. So
that's when I gave Miguel a call. I was like, hey, Miguel, my name's Erik. I'm a barber. I just graduated from Wayne's. Like, hey, dude, you got any, how much is booth rent? Whoa. And he's, hey, well, come on in. I don't mind talking. I'm a busy barber. And I was like, all right, man. I'll be there in 15 minutes. Boom, en caliente. I showed up to the shop. Hey, what's up, Miguel? Can I get a little run through of the shop? Gave me a run through, and I was like, when can I start? Well, whenever you want. All right, I'll be here tomorrow. En caliente. From then, dude, that was like when the real journey started. Like, now you're licensed. Now you're legit. Now you gotta basically
you gotta build your clientele, right?
Yeah. Now you're building a legit clientele, because this was just kind of like, I'm in the garage practicing, doing my thing. Now I have a business,
It's like you gotta make up that money to pay that booth rent,
and
right?
I have booth rent. Before it was just if I wanna just chill, I could chill.
Yeah.
And I had to learn, I had to build new habits, because when you're in the garage, you cut someone's hair, you go back inside like nothing happens.
Yeah.
Kick back.
Yeah.
When you're in the shop and you're not cutting, it kind of sucks, bro. You're sitting right there like, damn, what can I do to bring in more clients? Where they at?
That's where time management comes in,
Yeah. So what I would do in the beginning, I don't got cuts. I live like 5 minutes away. I'll be back, Miguel. When I would get back, hey, bro, 3 call-ins. Hit us up. Where were you at? Because I went to the gym. I did this. I did that. And I wanted to be booked. Like, how the heck was that going to happen? But one day, I was like, you know what? I'm going to stick around today. A ver qué pasa. And that day, dude, we got a couple walk-ins. Boom. I was like, you know what? I'm going to start making this a habit, because the day that I am booked, I'm going to feel like it's a long-ass day, because I'm so used to leaving.
Yeah.
So I started training my brain. All right, you're booked every day. Even when you're not booked, you kind of have to stick around just in case that walk-in comes in. So you're building those habits, bro. Like, you kind of like, you have to have a vision and kind of see yourself already in that position. And when I started seeing myself in that position, I started creating the future that I wanted. It's a trip, but 2-3 months later, I was able to move out of my parents' house. Me and my older sister renting one of my tia's house now. So my expenses even grew even more.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I was paying $450 over there. Now we're talking about like $2,800. Now we're talking rent over here.
Big
now,
responsibility.
But honestly, bro, when you have bigger responsibilities, that pushes you to even drive even more.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Hey, you know what? Nada de irnos. Hell no, vamos a chingar. Hell no, let's keep going. And now that's the mentality that I have. Like, If another cut wants to come in, hey man, let's do it. I got you. Because I know I don't ever want to feel like I did in that position where I was like, damn, dude, like I want more clients, I want this, and it's all for the greater cause. You know, there's a bigger picture.
Yeah.
But that's kind of how everything got started, dude. It's been a journey, but you know, it kind of gets you ready for the next level and the next level and the next level.
Can you go ahead and explain to us what's your day to day like? What's your like your daily basis like? When you like from when you wake up to like when you go into the shop, like you know.
So my schedule right now is from like 8:15 to like 7 p.m.
Okay.
That's my time that I'm in the shop. So I'm up at 6:30, shower, get ready, make breakfast, take up to the shop. I always like to show up 30 minutes early. And I had learned that from Miguel because I used to show up 5 minutes before my appointment, and I'm running late. So now I have that rule, 30 minutes before minimum, because you got to make sure you prepare for the whole day. Dude.
Yeah.
Not just this haircut. I'm preparing to be booked. I'm loading up 12 different razors. I'm loading up all my combs. I'm making sure everything's clean, ready to go. So if I'm doing hot towel shaves, those towels are already in the hot towel machine, because I'm preparing myself to be successful and to be booked. If you don't prepare yourself to be booked or to be successful, you're just gonna be winging it.
Exactly.
So when I'm in the shop in those 30 minutes, that means folding capes, folding all the towels, making sure everything's ready before the day gets started. So you're already gonna be successful.
Yeah.
And if you don't use it, well, tomorrow they'll be right there ready to go. So the morning routine, every single day when I work, that's how I do it. And when I leave, I clean everything up and get everything ready so that put it in the soiled, put laundry in if I have to. And then as soon as I get out, 4 months ago, one of my clients is a personal trainer. He's like, look, dude, I was like 200, I was getting to like almost 260 pounds, dude. I wasn't meal prepping. I was just fully invested in working, dude. What that meant, door dashing food. Yeah. I was getting a really big dude. So I was making all this good money, right? But now your health.
Yeah, you weren't like taking care of your health, right?
Yeah. And dude, think about it. People are coming to you to look good.
Yeah.
So if you don't look good yourself, why are people gonna go to you?
Exactly.
If I'm a barber, bro, if I don't have a haircut, why should they get a haircut?
Facts.
You get me?
Yeah.
So those are things that one of my clients comes in. He's from New York, and he moved here like a year ago, and he's been doing like some online personal training. He's like, look, dude. He's like, I could help you out. Like, what are we looking at?
Like that.
He's like, look. He saw, dude. He would come in every 2 weeks, so he saw what he was working with. Yeah? He saw where I was going. He's like, look, dude. Hey, whenever you're ready, let me know. This is like during Thanksgiving time.
But did you take it offensively?
No, dude. I knew it, bro, because I was a linebacker. I was in shape, and I saw myself like kind of getting big. So I was like, all right. I was like, what's up? I was like, I'll hit you up New Year's. He was like, cause Christmas, and he's like, why are you gonna wait? He's like, why are you gonna wait? Like for what? He's
Everybody
like,
said
get a
that,
head start. So I was like, you know what? All right, let's do it. How much is it gonna be? He's, all right, it's gonna be this much. All right, let's do it. So now I started scheduling everything, dude. Like how we're talking about routine. I need a routine now. Before I was winging it.
Yeah.
I wake up at 7:30. Yeah, we'll go and do this. But now everything has to be structured. The days that I go to the gym, the days that I meal prep, the days that I'm working, everything, and then family time. Because you gotta have family time.
Yeah.
One day we want to have a wife and kids.
Yeah.
When are you gonna see your mom? When are you gonna see your parents? You know, your friends. So everything kind of comes down. If you can structure your life in a way where you can balance it, you're gonna be successful. Because you don't want to lack certain things because you're working too much in one field.
Exactly.
It's having a balance with everything.
Yeah.
And that means health as well. That's very, very, very important. Very important. And it's starting to become more important the older I've been getting.
Yeah. Because I mean, your body's the temple that you should take care of. You know, if you can't take care of yourself, how are you gonna take care of other people?
Exactly.
You know. So also another question is, what has been the hardest part of the journey?
I think one of the hardest things that I've actually like really thought about is like, oh, what if this thing actually works out? And a lot of people, I feel like we're scared of success. Like we work for it, but what if it were to actually work out the way we want it to be? And that's always been like a struggle. But I'm like, okay,
it was like a fear then.
yeah, in a way, it was like a fear. But I'm like, okay, the only way this is gonna work, I have to align everything perfectly, and that starts with yourself.
I feel like that's where people fail everywhere, like they really don't look at what they gotta fix on themselves, before they think of like becoming better,
Oh, yeah.
like they need to start to fix their diet, because diet is important, bro. If you don't feel good, you feel sluggish, you feel like
yeah.
like lazy, and I'm sure by experience, right?
Yeah.
Like if you don't build like a good eating habit, you start feeling like you ain't prepared for your day,
Exactly.
and if you start to like line up your hours and like you ain't always chasing the clock, that's where you start to realize and you start to think of like what you can do, for your future and
Oh,
like
yeah.
for your own well-being as
Yeah.
well, right?
Yeah, because I feel like now at 24, I'm seeing the bigger picture. I don't want to just chase the quick success or whatever,
Yeah.
because this is a marathon. It's not gonna. I mean, it is. We do want to. The faster, the better.
Yeah.
But it is a marathon, and we want to live to live a long life. Not just hey, we're gonna burn
Not
ourselves
rushing
out,
it, yeah.
You don't rush it. Eat healthy. Hey, it's okay to like what I've been doing is an 80-20 rule. 80% of the time I want to be eating healthy. Maybe
Yeah.
20%, hey, eat whatever you want, whatever.
It's
But-
nice to fall off every now and then, but
Oh, yeah.
you do gotta make sure and get back in track real
Oh, yeah.
quick, because your body feels it,
Oh, yeah.
and it's your body's very important, and I feel like it's the thing that you gotta take care of the most,
Oh, yeah.
So what would you say, bro, was the easiest part of your journey, if there was an easy part?
The easiest part I feel like has just been being myself, dude.
Being yourself. Okay.
That right there, when I started being myself, because I used to be a people pleaser, bro.
That's key.
I used to think, hey, everybody's my friend. I gotta make sure everybody's good.
It's
Yeah.
not like
It wasn't
that.
until I was like, you know what, dude? I'm just gonna start being myself. Hey, I'm a nice person. Heck yeah, you treat me right, I'm gonna treat you right. But I'm not gonna be this guy that's just gonna be there for everybody.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta learn how to say no, and that's been the easiest thing. Was when I finally just started being myself, everything started clicking.
Yeah, I see. I
It's
gotcha.
self-confidence.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and you build that, dude.
Yeah. Like you
And-
see it, you feel it in yourself,
Oh, yeah.
that that's you, and you love it,
Oh, yeah.
And when you love yourself,
Oh, yeah.
you'll show it to people without even saying a word.
So I'm curious, bro. So, what is your favorite cut to do? Like, do you have a favorite cut to do?
Honestly, right now, dude, it's a very popular haircut. The
Yeah.
burst fades.
Burst fades.
Burst
Okay.
fades right now are
Yeah.
just anything burst fade with a little design or something. That's
Yeah.
like cherry on top for me right now.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because we've had people that tell us like tapers because it's like basic and stuff.
Oh yeah,
But
those are probably the easiest.
the easiest.
Like
yeah.
hey, quick money, size, bro. I almost want to be like, hey, dude, I'll give you a little discount. Like you don't even want to cut some from the top. Like
Yeah,
really?
yeah.
Like all right, bro. I want like 50 of you guys.
Those are the easy ones.
Yeah. Hey,
Because after a while, it's just a repetition, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's just every cut's the same, right?
Oh yeah.
It's just the
Well,
hard.
Look, I'll tell you guys this. You have to master because everybody's head shape's different, everybody's texture,
Oh, yeah.
everybody's all that, but they're similar haircuts, right? If you get a mid fade and I get a mid fade, they're probably gonna look a little bit different. Because our head shapes are different, whatever it could be.
Yeah.
So what I could tell people, bro, is learn to master each client. Because if I can master your haircut, you're probably gonna want to come back.
Yeah.
Learn to master one haircut at a time. One haircut at a time. And yeah, but they have a lot of similarities, dude. Now
Yeah.
you can a burst fade with let's say a comb over or something. We've had something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, we know both those haircuts. Okay, size. A mid taper, now there's burst tapers, and now you can mix and match everything, dude. They're creating I don't know, man.
Well,
It's
I
crazy.
think I recently saw a burst fade, but burst fade tapers.
Yeah. Well, they'll do a taper in the back now, a
And
low
they leave
taper.
the bulk on the back.
Yeah, dude.
Like what?
We've seen Edgars with like mullets and stuff. Like, ahorita ya, whatever you want, man, you can probably get it.
That's good. So, what has been your favorite part of your journey, like, or being a barber in general? Yeah.
I've one of my favorite things is just waking up and knowing that I don't have someone right there in my ear telling me what to do, bro.
That's what it is, guys.
And it's when like not a lot of people have that freedom, dude.
Yeah.
And it's tough because you kind of have to be the one to check yourself.
Yeah.
You get me? Like I'm in a business where everybody's my boss.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I mess it up with you, you're gonna fire me.
Yeah.
So once you learn that, like, hey, dude, we're self-employed. We have control of our schedule and stuff, but we gotta communicate with everybody too. So if you think you can do that as a person, entrepreneurship is gonna be for you.
Yeah.
But not everybody's made for.
Yeah.
You know, some people are fine with the 9 to 5.
Yeah.
But you know what? If you're down to put in the work, if you're down to keep learning, if you're down to communicate, do all those things, man, entrepreneurship is an amazing thing.
What is your favorite thing about like being an entrepreneur? Like just having the freedom?
Having the freedom, man. Being able to plan out what I want to do, as long as I do it in advance. You know?
Yeah.
Like if I'm gonna go on I've gone on 2 vacations this year already.
Damn.
You do it in advance. You let
Yeah.
people know at least. You know, I try to do it like a month and a half, 3 weeks and a half
Yeah,
at
that's
least.
good. Yeah.
Hey, I'm not gonna be in the shop these times. You're able to do, you know, certain things. If
Yeah.
I want to get off at 3 o'clock on Saturday, I can do that. If I don't even
Yeah.
want to work on Saturday, I can do that. You know?
That's right.
Oh, I get you.
Yeah.
So, what are your goals for now, bro, and the next 6 months?
My goals for this year are gonna be,
If you have goals, right?
yeah. Dang, off the top of my head, this is a tough question right here. Definitely expanding, man. Getting. We have 2 open chairs right now, so definitely helping Miguel out, get those 2 chairs filled, and help all the barbers that are in the shop be booked. Because if I'm booked and you're not booked, that means you're only as strong as your weakest link.
Yeah.
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 So I want a team. We want a team where we're gonna be everybody's booked.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna be booked. So learning that, so then let's say in 6 months, a year, 2, 3 years, I want to open up a shop. I'm able to do that.
Yeah.
Because when I started at the shop, it was just me and him.
Yeah.
Right? We added a 3rd guy. We've had a 4th guy before. It didn't work out.
Yeah.
But being able to learn through him is it's huge for me. I feel like it's if I can help him, you know, have a successful business when I'm able to do it,
Yeah.
it's gonna be able to, you know, hopefully be able to repeat it like I did with the North Dakota story and the
Yeah.
California story, right?
I see. Gotcha.
As of right now, what advice can you give to the listeners or anybody that is looking forward to get into your career or just any advice in general?
Yeah, start, man. Like right now, man. Like as soon as you're done watching this, and if you truly feel like you want to do it, the best thing to do is to start. If that means finding the right information, seeing what you got to do to go to barber school, who's gonna you know, help you, because you're gonna need models. You know, if that's your little brother, if that's your cousin, start communicating that. Hey, dude, I'm gonna start soon. Hey, if you're down, I'll give you free haircuts. I'll butcher you up, and bring them to us to fix them, and we'll give you some information, or you know, we'll help you if we can. But starting, dude, I think that's the biggest thing. A lot of people are scared to start
For anything, right?
Yeah,
Anything.
we always have that fear. What we're
Yeah.
talking about, and
Yeah.
when you unlock that, because I mean, honestly, dude, we're only here for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do what we want to do, and I feel like that's the best advice I can say is just start, man. Because once you start, you never know where you could end, man.
Where it leads, yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna lead. It could lead you to. Honestly,
Very, very
opportunities are
successful.
endless. Yeah, they're
Very,
endless.
very successful lifetime.
Oh, yeah.
And to be honest, like I just want to say, like, have you ever looked into like barber competitions and stuff like
Oh,
that?
that's something we just talked about this morning.
Really?
I was cutting his hair and showing him a little technique, and he's just like, "Hey, dude, what's up?" Like,
You guys have seen that, right? Like in
yeah.
San Jose.
And we just
stuff
went
like
to
that?
a barber expo in Vegas, and that's another conversation we've been kind of like talking about. Like, hey, what if there's more to than just because there's more
'Cause
than just
there is,
barbering
yeah,
is
there
not
is.
just cutting hair.
No, no.
For the
There's a
first
lot.
time when I went to this barber expo, I was like, there's people that just make barbering clothing. And they make a killing.
And
there's
they don't
people that
even
just
cut
yeah.
the hair, right?
There's people that just make razors, you know. There's clipper companies. There's people that just, you know,
Yeah.
make aftershave or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
So when you start to see, okay, barbering isn't just cutting hair. What if I don't want to make money just behind the chair? Because do you want to do 20 plus years just cutting hair? Maybe not. Are you
Maybe
getting
not.
it? So why are you getting into the barber industry?
Yeah.
You know, capes maybe. You know, barber chairs. There's it's endless, and that's something that the light bulb's kind of turning on. Maybe in the future, what if I want to start creating a little pomade or something?
Pomade,
Yeah.
Maybe
yeah.
a special comb or
Yeah.
something. So that's something that I've been starting to think about. In the future, I definitely want to start doing some research. Hey, what if we can start a little something
Hmm?
that's made by barbers?
Yeah.
Even one of the big things he's been wanting to do is a clipper.
Ooh,
You
that
know,
would be dope.
but it's just like, okay, you have to go to China, talk to manufacturers. It's a process, but de lo que se puede, se puede.
Yeah, todo se
You
puede en
know,
este
but
mundo.
just like how he opened up a shop, he had to do certain things, learn certain things. If you really want to do something, that's something we can definitely look into, and it's something that we've been already thinking about. So it's just about manifesting and putting in the work. And
Yeah.
who knows, but definitely some barber competitions this year, maybe.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I don't
I'm
know.
saying because I mean, you guys already have the spot, you know, and I'm sure enough. It wouldn't be so hard to, get it out, get the word out there, and be like, hey, we're gonna go ahead and have a barber expo here, at
Yeah,
the shop,
because I know the closest ones are going to be in San Jose. And
Yeah.
and
why not?
that's
Why not the
why
831?
not bring it to the 831,
Yeah.
People need this, people need to see that there's much more than just cutting hair,
Yeah.
because I mean there's talent out there, people like they get hair dyes and
Oh
and
yeah.
like they get some crazy designs on their eyebrows, on their beard, like there's it's endless,
And I
for
honestly, I follow a lot of barbers locally in the Monterey County, and I see all these guys getting down. I'm
yeah.
out and about on the weekends, seeing everybody else's haircuts. I see a lot of quality work, bro, from the 831.
Yeah.
So if we can come together and start doing a little something, because, dude, a lot of the times, sometimes people see each other as competition, and it's not like that.
It shouldn't be like that.
I tell these people,
Sale el sol para todos.
there's about 150,000 people in Salinas.
Yeah.
I look at my square reports, how many people I cut. It was about 168 people.
Yeah.
One of my busiest months was 100. I have a lot of weeklies, a lot of like bi-weeklies. So if I'm doing 168 clients and there's 150,000 people in Salinas, let's say 60,000 are dudes, and I'm only doing 180, 170. That means there's room for other barbers to be getting down. So I can't. The only competition is going to be the guy that you wake up and see in the mirror.
Yeah.
You know. So it's I see a lot of good work. It's just about us coming together and making something happen.
Yeah. That's very good, man. I'm very proud of you guys. I'm very proud of you, man, that you took the leap, and you started, your barber journey. And I'm sure you can say a lot because, I mean, you even told us that, you barely started seeing your first figure, and that's very good, bro.
2022.
That's very good. Not anybody could say that, out of starting, just freaking cutting your own hair, like,
yeah. Literally.
what the heck? Like, you would have never thought that, like, you stopped going into college for you to, chase something that, that you never thought that was going to make you this type of money,
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's definitely been a good journey, and I feel like this is year 2. We're going into year 3.
Year 3.
So
in the shop, right?
yeah, in the shop.
Yeah.
And like I can show you guys numbers of like the first year. It was just above 80,000 or something like that. I was there like in, what, 8 or 9 months in the shop. Well, I
That's
started in
crazy.
March.
From your first year, that's crazy
But
numbers.
I was in the garage. My biggest month was like 5,000, I think, and that was me like killing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I went to the shop in the first month. I think I almost cleared 9,000 that month. This is month 1 in the
That's
barber shop.
crazy.
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Damn.
That's-
And I had months in that year that I cleared 11, and I was like, what the heck? But like they're just killing it, dude.
Yeah.
And last year. That's when I was like, okay, now if I can do this year consistently every month, this could be a 6-figure year.
Yeah. Yeah.
So every week, we have our square reports. So it'll tell you how you did last week.
Yeah.
My goal was always to beat the last week.
Yeah.
And if I didn't make it, I was like, damn. But it could have been like I made $100 less. But to me, I was training my brain like you gotta be better than last week. You gotta be better than last week. If that meant you have to market more, if that means more people have to know you,
Yeah.
if that means every time you go out, here's a business card.
Yeah.
It could be a lot of things.
A
And this
lot
is
of
just
things.
barbering, dude. I see people that car detail. There's so many
Yeah.
businesses out there.
But it works the same for everything,
Yeah,
though.
it's the same thing. Business is business. It doesn't mean like, oh, because I'm a barber, I'm super successful.
Yeah.
It just means if you're gonna put in the work, you can put in the work
have
with anything that you do.
Mm-hmm.
And in this last year, when you see those 6-figure year, you're just like, damn, the year's not even over. Like, what the heck? Because we would compare numbers. Me and him like to talk numbers sometimes. Hey, dude, Alvaro, where you at? Oh shit, I'm right here. Fuck, all right, I'm gonna try to get it. I might have to catch up, or
Yeah.
I'm slacking over here because
Yeah.
we should be trying to hit similar numbers. So I don't see him as competition. I see him as motivation.
Motivate. That's how it should
Hell yeah,
be.
dude, let's do it. Let's do
Yeah.
it. And you want your circle to be like that.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't like to run numbers because dude, that's kind of
Yeah.
But I see it as motivation. When I see
Definitely.
my boys, I used to work like 8-hour shifts. I'm like,
Yeah.
damn. I have buddies that are correction officers. These guys like, dude, really? Dude, we work 16-hour shifts. Like, come on, bro, get with the program. And I'd be like, what? I'm complaining about this? And these guys are telling me, oh, dude, I work 16-hour shifts 3-4 days a week.
And that's with having a boss, too.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, you know what? Let me see if I can kick it up a notch. So then I started training myself. Okay, we're gonna start working 10-hour days, 12-hour days.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, if I ever feel like I'm getting a little like I'm starting to get like burnt out, kick back a little bit.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not gonna stay so late anymore. And then for a couple months,
Because you can, right?
yeah, you can. And then if you want to kick it up, like, hey, you know what? This year I want to buy a house. All right, boom. We're gonna start working 6 days, but you have to have a purpose too.
Yeah.
Have a goal, like you're saying. Have a goal, have a plan. Because if you don't have a plan, you can make all this money for what?
For what?
You're just gonna go blow it on something that you don't even,
Exactly.
So that's one thing that I've been learning is learning how to your finances. That's gonna be huge too, because now we're gonna have to start paying taxes.
Yeah.
And this guy, he loves talking about that stuff right there.
We'll
You know,
go ahead
hire a CPA if you have to, and it's once you start talking 6-figure, you have to do things a certain way, because if not, your Uncle Sam's just gonna be taking all your money.
Oh, yeah.
100%. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But
That's how it is.
yeah, dude, it's been a blessing, dude, being able to, to do the things that we're
Yeah.
able to do
Yeah.
at the level that we're doing it, and I feel like we're barely touching the surface, But
No, well, thank you, man. We appreciate,
appreciate.
everything that you told us, man. Definitely a great story.
We learned a lot from you, bro.
Yeah.
Your story was great. Can you go ahead and present to us who you've been,
yeah,
Go ahead and come in here, man.
yeah. So this is
Yeah.
this is like my mentor right here, like
Yeah.
my second father right here, Miguel Gebeda.
Second, father.
He's my mom's age, dude. He's 44.
Yeah,
He's the goat though, man.
The goat
This guy's
himself.
yeah. Heck yeah.
Go ahead and tell the audience, man, your name, your age, and then where you're from, man.
Well, my name is Miguel Gebeda.
Yeah.
I was born in Mexico. I was brought to the United States at the age of 10.
Yeah.
I was raised in Long Beach, California.
Okay.
I came
Okay.
over here about the age of 25.
Oh, 25. Okay.
Met my wife. She gave me some beautiful kids. So I stuck around here in Monterey County, man. And
Yeah.
in here, just doing my thing,
I love it, man. So go ahead and start us from the beginning, man. How did you get into cutting hair?
So I'm the oldest of 7. I have
7, okay.
4 brothers, 2 sisters. And my dad showed up one day with some clippers.
Mhm.
He went to a yard sale. He came back with some, I think there were some wall clippers.
Yeah.
And man, I just started messing with them. Cut my own hair. My mom was pissed because she hated buzz cuts, man. And I gave myself a little buzz cut. Oh, you looking like a cholo,
Yeah.
I hate that. But I kept doing it. And then, well, since you're cutting your hair, you might as well start cutting your brother's hair.
Yeah.
Start cutting my brother's hair. They will
Yeah.
cry, whine about it.
Yeah.
But I had to do it. I cut their hair and then my dad's hair.
Yeah.
Then my friends started noticing that I was cutting their hair. Same thing. Like, hey, you know what? I've
Come
seen
here.
you getting down, man. Can you cut my hair?
Yeah.
It was nothing crazy, just buzz cuts. So I would do that. Cut them up, get them right to their house, give me a cold beer or something, cut their hair.
Yeah.
But I never really saw it as a career. It was just something that I like doing. I enjoy doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I always kept like some clippers around, little case, a little backpack or something.
Yeah.
And when I moved over here, like I always carry my stuff, and I did a bunch of odd jobs, but I always kept some clippers around. I worked at this place called Fresh Express for a little bit, but prior to that, I was at a job where I worked for 8 years, and they just kind of laid me off, and I was like, damn man, like it felt
It sucks, huh?
yeah, like I'm already older.
Yeah.
You know, at this point, I'm like in my 30s, and I'm a high school dropout, so I really didn't have no goals. I was just
Yeah.
kind of like a floater. Really didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
You know, so I was kind of like lost. You know,
Yeah,
it was like
yeah.
I didn't know what to go from there. You know, so when
Especially with the family, right?
oh dude, like at this point I had a boy and my daughter.
Damn. Yeah.
So yeah,
That's
like
tough.
you know, I was paying child support.
Yeah.
So child support on top of not having actual career or anything, it sucks, dude. It
Yeah.
puts you in a stressful situation.
Mm-hmm.
But I lost that job for 8 years. One of my friends is like, "Hey man, they're hiring over here at Fresh Express. You know, get an application." I'm like, "Dude, I don't want to work for Fresh Express. I want to be a barber."
Yeah.
So somehow he convinced me. I went, picked up the applications. 2 weeks later, they called me back.
Mm-hmm.
I do the interview. When I went for the interview, my last job, they were paying me like $12 an hour. They offered me 16. I was like, when do I start? You know, if $4
Yeah,
more, dude,
yeah.
oh hell yeah. You
Yeah,
know, like
yeah.
I'm down.
It's gonna help.
Yeah, I started working at Fresh Express, night shift. Oh, I hated it, dude.
Oh yeah.
There's nothing like working at
The
night.
worst.
You know, it's just like it sucked. I did that for 14 months. Then there was a rumor going around. People with less seniority, they were gonna get basically canned. They were gonna get laid off.
Paid off. Yeah.
I was one of them. So damn, you know what? I was like, you know what? It's like something's telling me I need to pursue this
Yeah.
barbering thing more seriously. So I made a couple calls. I talked to this Asian girl. It was really hard to understand her, you know, and I don't mean nothing by it, you know, but it was her particular accent, you know, it was hard for
Yeah.
me to understand.
Right.
So what I understood was that the barber school was only going to be $2,000. So I was like, what, $2,000? What the hell? I've been sitting on this for this long for $2,000?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I told her I'm going to be there this day, ready to sign up. I didn't have money for the barber school. But I was lucky enough that I always liked investing. So I had a little bit of a 401k that I cashed out. And that was just enough for me to pay for my barbering school. So when I got down, because I went back to Long Beach to actually do my barbering school. When I got there and they told me the price, I kind of like, oh,
Yeah.
damn, like what? I thought it was 2,000. Like, no, 2,000 is a down payment.
Yeah.
18,000 for you to go to school.
Fuck.
I was like,
That's
oh,
crazy.
damn.
Yeah.
Luckily, like I said, I had enough money to cover the school, so it was $900 a month for
That's
barbering
crazy.
school. On top of child support, on top of rent,
Fuck.
groceries, you know. So it was just like
Damn.
Yeah.
I was one of those guys at barber school that I didn't miss one day, dude. I was there every day, just trying to get it in.
Yeah.
I was there just for that, right? Just to do my
Yeah.
barbering. I moved my wife. At the time, I had my daughter. My son, who's the oldest, lived over there. So I kind of just, did my thing over there. And one of my sisters, she lived in a house where it had a garage. And she also had a laundry room right there. So we'll go do our laundry right there. And at the same time, I'll start cutting up the neighbors.
Yeah.
I'll just open up the garage. The neighbors will see and they'll walk by and they'll be like, hey, dude, you cut hair? Yeah. How much for the haircut? $5. $5. One guy was walking by one day and he's like, $5, dude? Yeah. Hey, can I leave him here? I'm going to go back and get the other one. Yeah, dude, leave him here. It's going to be a charge, extra charge for babysitting, but yeah, bring
Yeah.
the other
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
So that became like a reoccurring Sunday, like client,
Routine, right?
Yeah, so then
So
like,
you would just pop up your garage and
yeah, it was like a pop-up shop, Like open up the garage, that meant the door was, open. That meant the shop was open.
Yeah.
what's
Yeah.
up.
So then I was cutting my brothers, my nephews. I would even cut girls' hair.
Yeah.
In fact, I sent my wife to the beauty salon a couple of times to get that
What?
fixed. 'Cause, she was just down to let me practice.
Yeah.
So I did that for about 9 months, man. And, once I was getting close to graduating, I came back home. And like Eric said in his story, like I had to start from scratch. All the clients that I had were left down south in Long Beach, dude. So
Yeah.
when I moved over here, I didn't have no clients at all. I went to a place in Seaside. I don't want to say names because I didn't have a license then, and they hired me. So I was just like working there
Yeah.
after, after 4 o'clock. I worked a couple of hours, just so I could get some reps. You don't want to forget what you learned at school.
Yeah.
And I was just waiting for the day for my appointment for my license.
Yeah.
So finally, that the day came. Uh, went, knocked out the. Back then, when we had to go do our license test, we had to take a model. So I took my dad, give him a haircut, give him a shave. Um, then we do the questionnaire because it's like the DMV, right?
Yeah.
You gotta first do the driving test, then you gotta do the written test. And I was actually surprised, dude, because when I was doing the written part of it, I didn't think I answered any other questions right. To be honest, I was nervous as heck. So I was really surprised with it. Like, yeah, you passed. I'm like, what the hell? Oh, heck yeah. Because my dad
What a
earlier that
relief.
day, man, he was like, there was a guy right next to us. And I don't know what my dad was seeing because I was nervous. I was just trying to do my thing. He's like, man, si le dan la licencia a aquel pendejo, se la dan a cualquiera. I was like, damn. Like, I don't know about his side, right? Like,
Yeah.
so I was nervous after that comment. I was like, damn, hopefully my dad doesn't think the same
Yeah.
thing. Luckily, I got my license. That same day, I drove back all the way from Long Beach to Salinas. I actually live right here down the street from,
Yeah.
from where you guys are, right here in Monte del Agua and Brisa del Mar.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
What?
okay.
Yeah.
What the
Yeah,
hell?
living with my wife and the suegra.
That's crazy, yeah.
We lived down the street right here. And after I got my license, I told my wife, I go, you know what? I need to go and find a place to work.
Yeah.
Like I was like in a
Yeah.
hurry. Like I need to make some money. So she's like, no, you need to take a little break. You haven't had like a vacation
Yeah,
since,
yeah.
you started working at Fresh Express.
Yeah.
And I told her, I go, man, what are the chances of me going out and actually finding a place where I'm going to work?
Yeah.
She goes, I already know you. You're going to come back with a job. I'm like, damn. I went to several places, man. I stopped at this one shop called Happy to Be Nappy. It doesn't exist anymore. I walked in there, man, with a little button-up shirt, some slacks, my little yellow envelope. The door was wide open, so as soon as I walked in there, the guy's face just kind of like dropped. He turned yellow, like pale. I'm like, damn, what's up with this dude?
He thought you were like counting
like
or
a
something.
cop or something,
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what the hell
Yeah,
he was
yeah,
tripping
yeah.
on. So I asked him, I go, hey, you guys need any help? I got my license. And he's just like, nah, man, we're all filled. All the chairs are filled.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. So I went to another place. There was this place by the mall, the Northridge Mall. Some dude used to do some iguanas right there. So I was like, man, that has to be a barber shop. Because I wasn't like too familiar about a lot of barber shops in the area. So I was looking at myself too. Like, you know what? I'm looking for work as a barber, and I don't even have a cut.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna get one right here. So I asked this lady, hey, you know how to do tapers?
Yeah.
She goes, oh yeah, I get down. All right. Man, she butchered my shit. She fucked me up.
They all say that. Huh?
I mean,
Oh,
I have
I
met
got
some
you.
ladies that
Sit
get
down,
down.
sit
I don't want to offend any ladies out there who cut hair. I know there's some of y'all get down, but this particular lady, it was no good.
Yeah.
But out of that bad, something good did happen because during the haircut, I told her, that I was a barber. I had my license.
Hmm?
And she goes, you know what? I know 2 places that are looking for barbers.
Yeah.
If you're interested, I go, well, you know what? When I'm done with the service, maybe you could give me the address.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I paid her and everything, and I went to the first spot. I talked to the owner, and the lady was like, you know what? I just hired somebody yesterday, but if it doesn't work out,
Yeah.
leave me your number, and I'll hit you
Damn.
up. I was like, all right. Took off. And this other shop, it was way at the east side in Williams Road. And it was a barber shop, Manny's Barber Shop in the front. But I was like, no, this lady said it was a salon. And I looked at the barber shop. It looked empty, dude. So I was like, oh, hell no, they don't need no help right here.
Yeah.
So as I'm driving, passing that barber shop, I don't know what made me turn. And I looked, and there was a salon right there in the back. And I was like, that's the salon that they told me. So
Yeah.
I busted a quick Yui, walked in there. And I was like, hey, I'm looking for Valencia. And they go, oh, it's me. I didn't know.
Yeah.
2 weeks later, her name was really not Valencia. Her name was Valeria. But she just like,
Oh.
yeah. But the
Yeah.
whole time she responded to Valencia.
Yeah.
So, so I talked to her and then I go, hey, I'm looking for a place where I could work. You guys need any help?
Yeah.
She goes, yeah, come back on Saturday. That's all she said. I, I was nervous or happy. I don't know. I just walked out, didn't give her my information, didn't get hers.
You just thought it was work then, right? Not
Yeah.
to cut hair?
No, like to cut hair.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like they needed help cutting hair.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So I just took off and I was like, all right, well, I guess I'm gonna show up on Saturday.
Yeah.
I get home and my wife was like, what happened? On a spot. I told you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was, well, I got 2 days, you know.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it was Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yeah, 2 days before I would get started.
As a dad too, it's kind of like a strive. You gotta
Yeah,
gotta
well,
find somewhere to maintain.
Yeah, well, you're starting from scratch.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
gotta
yeah,
find
correct.
a place that it's actually gonna give you a chance.
Yeah.
Like, you hear the stories at the school. Like, this is what they're gonna do when they're gonna hire you. They're gonna ask you to bring a model, do a haircut live right there in front of them. I didn't know what to expect.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
had my license in the car. I had my clippers and everything. I was ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she was just like, nah, just come back on Saturday.
Yeah.
So I did on Saturday, and the station that she had promised me wasn't even clean or nothing. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
But right away, between her clients, she cleaned it up. And one girl was doing a haircut, and as soon as she finished, she laughed. I was like, damn, what's up with her?
Yeah.
They're like, oh no. She said that if you came to work and help, she was gonna take a day off and go visit her family in Modesto. So that's what she was doing. So I was like, damn, So it was do or die
I
right
just
there.
came to do a cover up then, huh?
Yeah, basically. Man, and she did have a few walk-ins, so they were sitting down waiting. I set my station. First guy, started cutting, nervous, because you're at a new place. You feel like you're like Tupac, all eyes on me, right?
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
like, damn. I performed, survived Saturday, which was cool. You know, at the time I was charging $12 a haircut.
Crazy.
So my goal at the time was to do $100.
A day.
Yeah, so just do the math, guys. $12, nine
You had
haircuts.
to
I
be
had
there
to do
bright
9
and
haircuts.
early.
I was there 7 days a week, from 10 to 8, every day, every day. I have a notebook. It's like kind of like a journal,
Mhm.
but it's just about the haircuts that I did that certain day since I started. Dude, there was times when I would just do one haircut, $12, and I'll go home in that whole time,
Damn.
you know.
Yeah.
So the universe will test you, man. Do
Oh,
you
yeah.
really want this?
Mhm.
Is this what you really want? Because you signed up for this. Like you're gonna bring your lunch, and if you're not busy and you're not hungry, you're not gonna eat. But if you're busy and you're trying to eat, you just over here saying to yourself, after this one, because you don't know if you're gonna get the next walk in.
Yeah.
You could be like, oh no, you know what? I gotta take my lunch, and there's 2 dudes, they'll leave.
Yeah.
So you're like, nah, I'm not gonna take no lunch. You know?
Yeah.
And you know how that is, man. Like, you need your lunch. But at the time, I was
Son
like,
las
nah.
pilas,
Yeah, like, no, you're gonna get that work done. You're gonna work through it, and you gotta make sure that everybody's taken care of before you take care of yourself. And it wasn't until one customer asked me, goes, hey, can I book an appointment?
Mhm.
I was like, what? People do that?
Damn.
I'm from that era where you wait in the barber shop for 6-7 hours, and if the barber gets to you, it's gonna get to you. You might not even get a haircut. So when this person asked me for an appointment, I was like, you know what? Let's do it. So it started off in the mirror. This day,
What?
Juan, at 11.
You wrote it
I
down.
wrote it down, and little by little, that mirror started getting filled out. I was like, you know what? I need to upgrade to a damn notebook.
Yeah.
Notebook. And I mean, we're from the era of,
Mhm.
like apps and everything.
Yeah.
I found out I could use an app. So I started booking appointments on the app. And little by little, just started building clientele. It, man, like, that's basically how it started, like
Yeah.
just one client at a time, retaining that client, that same person telling another person.
So run us through us how did that went from being a barber to now owning your own barbershop. Like how did that happen?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I worked at that place for about 4 years,
Years, okay.
building the clientele.
Yeah.
And after a while, the owner got kind of comfortable.
Yeah.
So she'll call me in the morning. Hey, Miguel, no hay nadie ahí esperándome. No, Valeria, está el salón solo. Ok, voy a darme unas vueltas y al rato te caigo. All right.
Yeah.
She would leave you the like full
Yeah, it
responsibility.
would just be by myself.
Yeah.
Just taking care of phone calls, gel sales, product sales. Like
Yeah.
haircuts, walk-ins, appointments. It was a lot of that. Like
Yeah.
keeping the shop clean.
Yeah.
So I just thought to myself, like, damn, like I could get the hang of this. I could do this for myself.
Hell yeah.
So I met a couple of guys when I worked there, and one of them he had just barely started, and he just got his license. He was like, you know what, dude, I'm out of here. He goes, working at a salon, they really don't pay.
Yeah.
I didn't see that, but when he said that, it got me thinking. I was like, damn, maybe it's time for me to move on from the salon setting to a barber shop.
It was the name salon, you know.
Yeah, like they don't look for barbers inside
Yeah.
a salon.
Yeah.
So he took off, and he came back all sad. He's like, dude, the guy who promised me a station, he didn't give it to me after all. But one of my customers had showed me this guy by the name of Cookie who's gonna be opening up a shop called Privilege Barber Shop. And I started following him, and I showed him. I go, dude, this dude's opening up a barber shop. Why don't you hit him up?
Yeah.
So he goes over there, and he did get a chair, and he continued going back to the shop so I could cut his hair, and we'll talk, and bullshit about how things were
Yeah.
going and everything. And I told him one day, I go, you know what? I kind of regret not leaving with you, dude. Like if a chair becomes available, let me know, dude. I'll be
Yeah.
down to move out. Man, it didn't take long. It's like the universe again talking. Hits me up. Hey, Miguel, like, a dude is leaving. Are you still interested? I go, you know what? Let me think about it. But shit, I had already made my decision when he made the call, but I just didn't want to sound desperate.
Yeah.
The following day that they were open, I was nervous as heck. So I didn't know how to tell the owner, like, hey, I'm going to leave.
Yeah.
And I'll be back. I'm going to go talk to another owner, And she knew something was up because I never left the shop.
Damn.
Never. The only reason that I would go is to go get me a burrito from across the street or something,
Yeah.
but I would never leave.
And you would only close for like 15 minutes, probably max,
Exactly, yeah. So she noticed that I was a little nervous. So I left, talked to a Cookie, and he was like, well, I'm not sure when this dude's going to leave, but, just give me some time. Don't let the other owner know because I don't want you to get kicked out and not have a place to work. So I went back, and then she's like, hey, you're up to something. So I'm like, damn,
Yeah.
right? She knew you for that long then.
Yeah, man, she did. So finally, 2 weeks came. The dude gives me the green light, like, hey, this dude's he's out.
Yeah.
So then I go and tell Valeria, I go, I want to talk to an owner. This is gonna be my 2 weeks notice. She's like, oh, I thought you were gonna leave and open up your shop because that's what I was telling her.
Yeah.
But I still felt like I needed some more guidance. Like I didn't know a lot of the things that she wasn't teaching me.
Yeah.
So the owner of the shop actually went to the salon and he got a full service. He was testing me to see if I could provide a haircut, a shave, a facial, because that's the services that he was providing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His whole idea was a high-end barber shop,
Yeah.
not those hood shops or anything like that. So I went home and I told my wife, I go, hey, he went over there and he got all the services. Oh, he was testing you. Nah, he wasn't.
Yeah.
I brought that up later on to him, and he was like, dude, that's exactly what I was doing. I just wanted to see that. Because you're already used to, he said, cutting the same people that you already cut. He goes, I want to throw you a little curveball, see how you
Yeah.
perform with me. So I was like, oh, cool. So I started there, just like when Erik showed up to the barbershop, he gave me the rundown. So you're going to need a city license. City license? What the hell? I didn't know I needed that. I thought all I needed was my barber's license.
Yeah.
And at this point, that incident with the little kid that I cut his ear, had already
It
happened.
was recent.
Yeah, so I had already liability
Yeah.
insurance on myself or my business, but I didn't know about the city license.
Yeah.
And then he tells me, hey, dude, if you want to sell product as far as gel, pomades, you need a seller's permit. The hell, like, how do I do that? So he gave me the address to all these places. That following week, I had my day off. I went, did everything I needed to do. They even send you like a little email if you want to learn like basic the basics of
Yeah.
reselling and stuff like
Right.
that. So I actually went, took the day off, went to that class to see how to keep track of that. Because the last thing you want to do is mess around with people that you owe taxes to, you know, because they'll
Yeah.
tax you hard back.
They'll come back after you.
Yeah, so I was working at Privileged Barbershop and freaking COVID hit. You know,
Damn.
6 months they shut us down. You know,
Yeah.
I was one of the barbers that at that point I had already created an S corporation. So I was paying myself a salary in a check, where the majority of barbers are independent contractors.
Hmm.
It wasn't until COVID that they changed the law where the independent contractors could get unemployment. So it took a few months during COVID for them to actually be able to apply for unemployment.
Hmm.
In the other hand, me, I just fired myself. I was like, I,
Well, yeah. I mean, what the heck, right? Like, you had no options, right?
yeah, I had no
Like,
work.
you
Yeah.
couldn't be in the shop, and well, I mean, with COVID and thing, you couldn't risk your family, you know.
Exactly, and
Yeah.
you know, I did have a lot of clients hitting me up. Hey, come and cut me. Like, nah, man, I'm not gonna put my family at
Yeah.
risk.
Correct. Yeah.
You know, so I had managed to save a little bit of money because I've always had that thought, that drive that I wanted to open up my own shop.
Yeah.
Like my whole purpose of going to barbering school was that to open up my own barber shop. So I had a little bit of money saved up, and during that time that I was getting unemployment, where I had a lot of time to read, uh, checking out the podcast, you
Hmm.
know,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
there's you can learn anything now.
Correct.
Oh
You
Yeah.
yeah.
know, books,
YouTube is
library,
everything.
oh, dude,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
like if you want to learn anything, Google it, right? You'll
Yeah.
be able to
Yeah.
find something or
100%.
some kind of guide to take you there.
Yeah.
There's no excuse for anything.
I bought myself the book called How to Open a Barber Shop for Dummies.
What?
Yeah.
I read the book and I started like going down the list.
Taking notes.
Yeah, what do you already have? Check. What do you have? Do you need? Damn, I need this. How do I get this? So I started going through the whole thing, and something happened at the shop where, like, I needed to get out already because I had already outgrown that place.
Hmm.
It was happening where it was just two barbers, one barber named Rafa and myself, that we were there most of the time. And I was like, this is happening again. I'm taking care of somebody else's shop.
Yeah.
I could do this for myself.
Somebody
Yeah.
else's business.
You know? Yeah. Like,
Mhm.
so I was looking and looking. My favorite place to look is Craigslist.
Oh yeah.
So I found a place. I hit him up, send an email. Hey, I'm a barber. I've been cutting hair for this long. I'm looking for a spot where I can open up my barber shop. I was hoping you guys, you know, I see that you guys have some spots available. I was
Right.
hoping that I could open a shop there. And they sent me back an email confirming, like, yeah, you know, like you can open a barber shop. So this is the requirements. So I went down the requirements that I needed. And one of the things that I needed to do was give them like a 5-year projection of my business plan. And I had never wrote that.
What
Yeah.
the heck?
So this is like just before AI, you know. If
Yeah.
I would have had AI, that thing would have made my thing a lot easier.
Yeah.
So I actually made some calls. Some of my brother's wives at the time was the girlfriend. She went to college, so she knows how to write and stuff. So she had promised she was gonna help me write that plan. But I just took matters into my own hands, and I started doing research and a lot of copy and paste type of
Yeah,
thing, you
yeah,
know.
yeah.
So somehow I managed to do the plan. But this was the most frustrating thing, man. I drop off the paperwork. Within 5 minutes, I get a call. I'm sorry, we're not gonna be able to accept your application.
Damn.
There's already a salon in that location that you were looking to open a shop.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be the time for them to tell you when you send them the initial email, like there's already a salon there? You
Right.
know, so I did all that work
What a
basically
bummer.
for nothing. So I was upset. Again, the universe speaks, man. Like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know what happened. I look at Craigslist and there's this spot, three salons for rent. I was like, what are the odds that I don't get one of those? So I don't know if I called the owner or emailed them, send them a message. Somehow we made a date to meet at the shop.
Mm-hmm.
I get there, I call him up. Hey, Jim, where you at? I'm right here in front of the shop. Oh, did we have a date to meet? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, man, where you at? He goes, I'm in Morgan Hill, but I could be there in an hour if you don't mind.
Yeah.
I go, well, that gives me enough time to go get breakfast. I went to the local Carl's Jr., got myself a little breakfast, waited for him in front there, got the keys to two of the places. And the third one, we weren't able to get in. We just kind of like poked around in the through the mirror or through the windows, and I went into two shops. And automatically, I was like, "Damn!" I pictured myself in this one right here.
Yeah.
They're back to back. One of them had the sinks. The one that I was choosing, didn't have the sinks, but or had the sinks, and the other one just had the plugins for the sink. But the one where we at right now has a laundry room, washer and dryer. And I was like, all day, this is what we need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bathroom, nice parking. Just had to redo the paint and maybe the bathroom tile. So I already had like an idea about how much the barber chairs were gonna cost, the stations,
Oh yeah.
and basically because of the 5 year plan that I had
Yeah.
just written, like
Yeah.
I kind of had the numbers already down. At the moment, I just wanted to make a four-share barber shop, so I just ordered four of everything, and I get the shipment. My wife helped me with the painting of the shop, getting it all ready. Right after my long day of work at the shop, cutting hair, the wife will meet me at the shop. We'll paint it, get it ready. And we fix the shop just by ourselves. I filed for all the paperwork and everything. I even gave the owner my 30-day or my 2 weeks notice that I was gone.
Yeah.
Man, but the damn establishment license wouldn't show. I couldn't open business without that establishment license.
Yeah.
So I actually had to go back and tell the owner, Cookie, hey man, like I still don't have my establishment license. Is it cool if I work for another month?
Yeah.
He even joked around. He was like, nah, Miguel, I already got somebody else. And
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
God
So,
damn.
so he's like, nah, dude, I'm just joking. But
Yeah.
he got me. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
damn. So sure enough, man, a lot of people are like, you crazy, dude.
Yeah.
We're not even sure we're gonna get shut down again. This is, like
Oh yeah.
just a little bit after COVID. Like, are you gonna be able to pay all the bills and everything all by yourself?
Yeah.
I'm a numbers guy, man. I like to crunch numbers.
Oh hell yeah.
So at this point, I need more than $100 a day,
Yeah,
to,
right,
to
yeah.
make it. But I felt like I already had the clientele. So I opened up shop. When my establishment license came, I remember it was a Wednesday. Got all my stuff on Wednesday. On Thursday, it was my first day at Premium Barbers. And I just remember texting everybody, hey, just a friendly reminder, I'm not at the old shop, I'm over here. I even had some new clients that were like, I had never even gotten a haircut from you, and you're telling me you're at the other place. I never even seen the old place.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, so,
They were like, I just received the message.
yeah, so I just came over here. So it's cool, so
Right.
it went on like that. I think I must have been there like, what, 3 months from the time that you hit me up, or 4 months or something. Well, the first barber actually went to the same school that he went. Another local guy here from Castroville. I'm not gonna say names because I don't drop
Yeah.
dimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there's barbers out there, man, who say they want it. They talk the big game. They shake your hand a certain way. They look at you in the eyes, but they don't want it, man.
Yeah.
They're not there to get it. They're not willing to put in the work. there's those barbers that are gonna finesse you and make you think that that's really what they want, but they don't. You know, unfortunately, I had to let him go.
Yeah.
He only lasted there for a month. I mean, I feel like it was long enough for him to prove himself. It was just like he was always late.
Yeah.
To sit on the corner over there, didn't greet the customers. I'm big on customer service.
Oh yeah.
We have a rule at the shop.
Yeah.
If anybody pokes their face in the barber shop, no more than 3 seconds without greeting them, acknowledge them. Hey, how you doing? Good morning.
Yeah.
Can
Oh,
I help
yeah.
you? Do you have an appointment? Acknowledge them.
Yeah.
This guy at the corner, I don't know, watching porn on his phone. I don't know. You know? But unfortunately, he didn't work out. You know?
Yeah.
You had to let him go.
Yeah. I mean, that was one of the hardest things I had to do. I've never been a boss, you know.
As
I
a
was always
business
the one
owner.
getting fired, you know. So
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
firing somebody, like, it really took a lot from me, you know. Like, I had to do some research, how to do it, how to properly do it, have his check ready.
Yeah.
You know, there's certain steps you have to take. You know, you got to protect
Oh
yourself
yeah.
too. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
You can't just be like, "Oh, you're fired," you know. No,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you got to give him a, notice too, right?
yeah, like, you know, I wrote down
And
in
this
the
is my
paper,
reason, and-
this is your last check.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sorry. I still paid him the whole day.
Mhm.
You know, he went and just grabbed his stuff and he was gone. You know, and fortunately, I would say I manifested Eric. You know, like, you want to attract a certain type of people,
Oh yeah.
you know, that you're going to click with.
Yeah.
You know,
Right, yeah.
just like if you guys are running this podcast and you
Yeah.
guys didn't get along, you know, this thing's not going to work.
Correct.
Hell,
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like, you know, you guys have to click. You guys have to have some kind of chemistry to make this work,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Right.
So this dude calls me, and yeah, like, he shows up. You know, the following day he starts, and he just knocks it out the park. You know, like, I try to be as helpful as possible because throughout my career, I felt like there was some people that helped me, and there was a lot of people that didn't help,
Yeah.
or maybe I wasn't asking the right questions, or I don't know, you know, or maybe they didn't know themselves how to guide me. So I try to do that with the people that I work with, you know, like, even if it's just a minor thing. Hey, dude,
Mhm.
I'm payroll, or, you know, like, stay in the shop. Don't go for 3 hours. Whatever you're doing over there, you know, there's a potential walk-in, even if it's just one call.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you walk out, somebody's gonna walk in,
Yeah.
or we're gonna get a call. And, you know, like, you always try to help the next guy. This guy's gonna surpass me. I already see it. Like, he's already at my level that I've been doing it for 10 years.
Yeah.
You guys heard his story. He just barely started. I could only imagine in 10 years where he's gonna be at. He's charismatic. He you know, he had you guys entertained. I was over there. I heard his stories. I don't know how many times. I was still entertained over
Yeah.
there in that chair, just, you know, listening to him. You know, like, he says I pump him up too much. But nah, dude, like, there's certain barbers that you already know from the get go.
Yeah.
That dude's gonna get it. That dude's gonna fail. That dude's gonna make it, but if he works on it, you
Yeah.
know, like,
Yeah.
but he's definitely one of those guys, man, that in a few years, damn, he might be asking you guys to go do a pot hat with him.
Well, it's
Right,
because he got a great teacher, you know. I feel
Nah.
like, the student is always going to surpass the teacher, but if he wants to,
Exactly.
the teacher can't just make the student surpass yourself, when the student doesn't even want to do it for himself,
Yeah, no, he already has all those qualities, man. A lot of those things, they're he already had them, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
He
it's
just had to fix them.
I just have to show him the things that he doesn't see yet, you know.
Yeah.
That I know that eventually he's gonna see him for himself.
Yeah.
You know, like, just like the hardest thing for me that I had with this dude was changing his prices. Dude, why are you still charging these prices? Oh, bro, I'm not there yet. Nah, man, your quality of work
Oh, yeah.
needs to get paid that quality of work.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, what if I lose my clients and all this and all that?
It's the fear.
Dude, the clients that don't want to pay that price are going to give room to the clients that want to pay that price.
Exactly. Yeah, correct.
And man, Like when we compare numbers, he's like, dude, like what the hell? Even to this day, there's certain things that I'm like, hey, dude, like you gotta charge more for this. Nah, bro, but I'm comfortable. You know, I'm making money. I go, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I know, but you could make more money.
Exactly. Like you can never get too comfortable, right?
Yeah, and you know, and it's not just about the money because
Yeah.
we do enjoy what we do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, there's not a day that I go to the shop and be like, damn, I'm gotta do this shit. Like I gotta deal with this stuff all the time. Like nah, like it's something that I enjoy,
Yeah.
that I know that I see the growth, I see the potential. I got two chairs just waiting for that right barber. Like we had hits where people show up, but they don't even know how to introduce themselves.
Damn.
Come on, man. You're gonna be working with the public, and you can't even go, "Hey,
That's
my name is so
embarrassing.
and so."
Yeah.
Yeah.
First contact.
It's embarrassing.
It
Like,
really is.
yeah. It's very important. Like, I mean, your presentation is key, you know? If
Yeah,
you
like
know how to present yourself, then, how are you going to get places,
yeah. Don't show up to the barber shop in sweats, you know, with your eyes all slammed because you just smoked a fat one. You know, like, hey, bro, how much is the rent? Like, dude, you know, like
When they just hit you with, like, just how much is the rent right off the bat, it's like,
okay, like you know. So those things, like for me, though, like I see. I don't know if you guys want to ask another other questions, man.
Yeah, yeah. So, how long has it been since you've owned the barbershop, man?
So in this coming July is gonna be the 30th year
30.
anniversary. Yeah. So when I read that book, How to Open Your Barbershop for Dummies, you know, one of the things was like you gotta choose how you gonna conduct business. You want to be a sole proprietor, where that's where the independent contractor comes, right? Like you're gonna have to take care of all your taxes and everything. Now you could become an LLC. That's basically I'm not really good at that. That's like the CPA's grounds. But from my understanding is an LLC, a S corp, or a C corp is just an umbrella. So for instance, if I have assets, I have a house, cars, right? And I also have my business, but my business is under an S corp. The S corp has its own IEN number, which is its own social security number, right? So say I get drunk, I get in a car accident, I kill somebody, and they sue me, right? They could sue me for my car, my house, my personal assets, but they can't touch the barbershop because it's its own identity, its own thing, like its own person. Vice versa. If I'm cutting somebody up, and I accidentally, I don't know, cut their throat while I'm doing a straight shave, they sue me, right? Well, they're gonna sue the barbershop, but they're not gonna be able to get my stuff, my house, car, whatever, So that's basically all it is, but people been utilizing this, man, from the beginning of the United States. They created corporations to send the Santa Maria to go explore. So it's a way of getting people's money to work in one particular thing. In my case, it was just myself. But after reading that, it made sense to me all the things I could do. One of the things that I utilize in the S corp is I pay health insurance. So since I'm my only person, I have to get that health insurance for myself outside the business. But the beauty about this, the business refunds me the money. So then the business writes it off. When I do my taxes, my personal taxes, it's also I write off because you get that California thing.
get
like,
reimbursed.
yeah. So it's like a double whammy, and people are like, "Oh man, you found a loophole." No, it's not a loophole. S corporations are the ones that basically run the world, right? Like they go and vote, they buy a certain politician. So a lot of the rules are made for us to create businesses or create jobs, right? So you could utilize it like that. If I pay myself in a W-2, right? I'm an employee of my business. At the end of the year, I have a W-2. But let's just say for easy math, the shop made 100K. I pay myself 40,000. Well, now that 40,000 it goes on the business as a write-off, but also as an expense. So let's just say 40,000 for me, and then I had another 20,000 out of expenses. So now we're looking at 60,000, right? That the business had to spend. But where's the other 40,000?
Yeah.
Well, those stay right there. They're not gonna get taxed the same
Yeah.
as the 40,000 that I got. So that's basically in a nutshell how I use the S corporation to pay less on taxes. I'm only gonna pay taxes, say for uh, the 40 and the 40 that was left, and the 10,000 that was used as an expenses. I'm not gonna pay taxes on that. But the 40 that was left in the corporation is not gonna be the full tax that I will pay on my W-2, and that's how we save money in a nutshell. You know, like I said, I can't go into depth into this because I'm not really good at explaining. This is the CPA's type of thing, you know.
Yeah. No, and there's a whole lot of the things.
You know, like, you guys need to get a tax preparer guy to explain that one, but
No,
you
I
know,
know. And then plus, if it's a business that's a cash flow business too, like it's a whole different conversation.
yeah, like you know, like the booth rent that the barbers pay me, you know, I still gotta report that, you know, so it has this little line on there, you know.
Yeah, it has its benefits too, you know.
Oh, of course, you know, like yeah, so
It's not just running a business. Like it might be hard at first, but once you get the hang of it, and you know how to run your taxes on your own and stuff like that, which I'm sure you probably had to learn, right?
oh yeah, you know, like so I try to tell Eric all the time. I go, you know, like once he learns something, like that's it. You don't have to worry about that one thing that you already learned because you're constantly using it.
Repetition.
So, you know, you guys are probably familiar with QuickBooks, you know, that's how you keep track of your expenses and how much money comes in. That's basically your map, or like, down, how much money did I make this year? Or how much money did I make today? How much money did I spend? How much money did I get to keep? Because there's barbers out there who just work with cash. You ask them, hey, how much money did you make this week? I don't know. How much money did you make last month? I don't know. Like, well, how do you not know? Like, how do you know if you're keeping money?
They just pocket it.
Well, dude, I got a brand new car outside. I got some J's, you know, like, I'm looking fly. I'm making money.
But how much?
Yeah, but how much? Like, they won't be able to tell you. If I ask Eric right now, hey, Eric, how much did you make yesterday? He'll be able to tell me to the cent how much money he made. How much money you made last month?
That's good.
Because he's keeping track of how much money he's making. So he could know, hey, am I able to buy that new chair,
Oh yeah.
that new clipper, you know, without having to worry like, damn, dude, am I gonna have to use my credit cards now? Because you know I don't have money.
And plus the other thing is if he actually has his own LLC now, like he can write that off.
Yeah,
It's for his business.
yeah. I mean,
Anything that's business related for when you do have your business license, like you
Yeah.
can now write it off, right?
yeah. Well, it's like you guys, right? This is a
All the
business.
This is a business.
All this equipment is a write-off.
It was, but so I feel like we don't see it as a business yet. So we see like we start to get some money in, like YouTube starts paying us or stuff like that. Because we don't want to pay taxes just to pay taxes,
Well, yeah.
Like it would be a no-brainer, we would just go broke, and that's how a business starts. You gotta have consecutive clientele, you gotta have consecutive cash flow.
Yeah, some kind of revenue. Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like that's why we couldn't go ahead and start an LLC for this. But I know for a fact, literally for anything, you can start an LLC for like literally
Oh, yeah.
having freaking grooming business. For freaking walking dogs, it's an LLC. Freaking anything could be an LLC. And the good thing about having like you can have like hundreds of LLCs, and they're all personal like entities, right? Like they're all
Yeah.
their own IT numbers and everything. Like.
Yeah,
It's like you're not using your own personal social security too. Like
Yeah, so like if people are trying to find you, they're not gonna find you
Yeah.
because it's not your social security, and you don't need to make an LLC. A sole proprietor is fine.
even a sole proprietor, yeah.
One of the things that Eric was gonna say, like there's a certain like cash that you'll make where it will make sense for you to go to the next level, maybe becoming a LOC or S corp. Back when I started, it was like the rule of thumb is if you're making more than 50,000 a year, it's a good time for you to start your escort or your LLC. Because it's gonna save you with taxes.
Yep.
Now, if you're making less than that, it makes no sense.
It makes no sense. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. That like you can't start an LLC if you have no no monthly revenue.
Exactly.
You're not making no money. Like then at that point, like you're just gonna pay taxes for free. Like
Yeah, nobody wants to do that. The government already takes it out.
the government's always willing to take our money. But we're here to take advantage of the government sometimes too. And I feel like that's where the LLCs and all that come into place. But you gotta be like acknowledged and like you gotta have the wisdom for that. You can't just throw ahead and just expect for the best. When you open up an LLC.
Or like, I feel like you have to educate yourself. Every little aspects of the business that you're trying to run. You don't have to be an expert. At least understand it.
Yeah.
So somebody won't pull a fast one on you, right? And one thing that I read, like Henry Ford, right? He only had I think third grade education, but that didn't make him a dumb person. He was a smart guy.
Yeah.
He had a roll of buttons that if somebody had a question for him and he didn't know how to answer, he'll press a button and be like, "Hey, I need you to answer this question because I don't know." Just knowing where to get that information, it's powerful. Right now, this AI thing is changing the game.
Yeah.
Like, there's gonna be easier ways to create a lot of stuff that before it would take us years, weeks, months, to create. Whether it's a business plan or a video.
But then ahead it could be either a good thing or a bad thing, because then it could also make people really lazy and really dumb.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna take advantage of that.
Yeah. So
Just
just
be like, oh AI, go ahead and write my 5-page essay, for school, like.
Yeah. And you don't even know how to write.
And you won't know how to write exactly.
Let's keep going then. So what has been the hardest part about opening your own barbershop, man?
It definitely had to be finding the right spot.
Find the right spot, yeah.
Yeah, because I did look at different buildings and trying to find like what a lot of those things meant. Like, I don't know if you guys ever gone on a search for like a commercial space, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then they tell you, oh, it's $700 a month, and then plus NN. And I'm like, what the hell is that?
Or square feet or something like
Yeah,
that, right?
so you're like, what the heck is that NN stuff? Like triple net. So I had to go and look for that. Like, what is that?
Yeah, that's
so
trippy.
So they charge you more on top of the rent. That's basically what it meant. So finding the right spot with the things that I needed for the barbershop, which was parking, its own restroom.
You said laundry room, right?
Well, that I wasn't looking for that. That was actually a bonus.
Oh, that was a plus then.
Yeah, that was like, it was mostly the bathroom that it had to have its own restroom inside the shop, parking, and that was pretty much what I was looking for, But the spot that we found, like,
Do you think that the spot that you found, were you looking forward to like making sure that you had people like, where they could see that it was a barbershop, right? Because I feel like when you open up a barbershop, like you got to make sure you get walk-ins, right?
yeah.
So was that a hard thing? That a hard thing for your barbershop?
Well, the place that where we're at is not really like a place that I guess people commute walking.
Yeah.
But since I was already like in the game for so long, I wasn't relying on walk-ins at all. It was by appointment only. We're big on social media, so I like to post a lot. We have a YouTube channel.
What's your guys' at?
Premium Barbers.
Premium Barbers? That's
Yeah.
how you guys are on Instagram?
Yeah, Instagram, TikTok, IG.
You said YouTube, right?
YouTube, Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we do a little bit of all the social media. So to me, it was like that was the most important thing. Like, as long as I keep posting and let people know where I'm moving to, I shouldn't have a problem.
Yeah.
Having my clients follow me.
Yeah.
Of course, even if you go across the street, not all the all the customers are gonna follow the barber.
Yeah, that's true.
So I did it when I moved from Long Beach to over here. When I moved from Williams to Privilege, I basically had to start over.
Yeah.
So I had already done it before, so I wasn't like scared of that move. I was like, I done it before.
Right.
It could be done again.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, like I was fortunate enough that most of my clients did follow me.
So do you say a majority of your guys' clientele comes from your guys' social media then?
I have to say that, yeah.
That's amazing, yeah, because I feel like that
Make sure you Google. You get your business on Google.
Oh yeah, Google,
That's
yeah.
fucking
Mm-hmm.
that's oh yeah. Well, I mean, we were just talking about that, right? That you guys are like 4.8 the like star rating on maps, right?
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's key right there, you know, because like it's like going to a restaurant, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and pick the 5-star restaurant over the 2-star restaurant, you know, because people selected it as a better rating, you know, as a better preference wise, you know.
Yeah,
So
like, and right now you saying this, it just made me realize, like, you gotta make it easy for the clients to
oh
find you,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Like, if they're gonna do a Google search, and they're looking for a specific thing, they're not looking for a restaurant to try to go to the barber, right?
Yeah.
So, barber shop. Make sure that you put in pictures and also put in little hashtags or descriptions
oh yeah,
of the photo. Hey, it was taken at a barber shop at this location. So then if people are looking, oh, Salina's, boom, that thing's gonna pop up. You know? So it's important for the clients to be able to find you easily and easily be able to book with you.
yeah.
Because if they're calling you at the time that you're supposed to be at the shop and you're not answering, oh, you might as well kiss that customer goodbye. He's
Oh,
never
yeah.
gonna look for you again.
Oh yeah.
So
You must be better come prepared and have a website or something, right?
exactly, and it doesn't have to be a fancy
Oh,
website
yeah.
or nothing. Just somewhere where they could land. Oh, premium barbers right here. My website is really simple. I put all the barbers, like Erik said earlier. It was just 3 of us. So I have the website. Then I have just a brief description. Uh, Click the barber's picture to book your appointment. You click on his photo, it'll take you to his specific website where you can book with him. Click on my photo, it's gonna take you to my photo. If you click with Will, it will take you to Will's, and right there it'll show all the pricing, the time that will take on the certain service. So if you want a haircut, you gotta make sure you book for a haircut. If you want the beer lineup, you gotta make sure you do the beer lineup. Don't show up to the barber shop. You book a haircut appointment, you want the haircut, the beard, and then your nose trim, and
Yeah,
no, it
I
doesn't
see.
work like that.
Yeah.
Right? So we got a schedule that we like to keep. We respect people's time. Hopefully they respect our time. So
Very
we just
important.
try to make it easy
Yeah.
to find and to book.
Right.
I feel like that's where you guys have been constantly been receiving your guys' ratings from, you know, the maturity level, you know, because I could easily walk in anywhere else, and if they don't approach me, you know, they don't make me feel welcome right away, I'm gonna be like, where the hell am I at, you know, like,
Yeah, that's one of the things. Like we are. I always say to the barbers,
and then
this is a family establishment, right? Obviously, we go off sometimes, cuss words
Yeah.
here and there. Sometimes we have to like tone it down a little bit. We have a mom or a kid, you
Yeah.
know, bring it down a notch, you know. Obviously, once in a while we slip or whatever, but overall, we try to keep it where if the dad can't bring him and the mom had to take him to the shop, she's not gonna be like, you know what, I'm never taking my
Oh,
son
yeah.
over there, you know, like.
hell yeah.
So everybody's welcome.
Yeah.
We offer drinks, even alcohol drinks for the adults, Capri Suns for the little guys. If the little guy don't cry because he got the alcohol in his neck, he gets a little lollipop. So we try to make everybody feel welcome. You know, whether you just visiting, not getting a haircut, you just dropping off your brother, or you're there with your primo. Just as moral support. Hey man, would you like a little drink while you wait?
Yeah.
And they like that. So then they're like, you know what? I'm gonna go mess with that barber. He didn't even know me. He gave me a Capri Sun.
Yeah. So what would you say is your favorite thing about owning the barbershop, man?
It's meeting interesting people every day, man. You just never know who you're gonna cut. We have doctors, lawyers, correctional officers, probation officers. We have people that come from other states that are just visiting. We're close to the bull riding thing on the PVR. Sometimes we get the bull riders. One day we even had a guy who was a MMA fighter.
Yeah.
You know, like you just never know who you're gonna get. So you meet all
Yeah.
kinds of interesting people, man. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just learning that networking, it's the key to a successful business. You know, like how you gonna get to the next level.
Yeah.
I can only do certain things when it comes to crunching numbers. You know, now I need
Yeah.
a CPA. Hey, you know what? I can only fight so long in a courtroom. I'm gonna need a lawyer. You know, I don't know how to do flooring. I'm gonna
Yeah.
need a guy to hook me up with the
Yeah.
flooring.
See. Yeah.
You know, all those little things. You know, it's just making
Connections.
connections. Yeah, like like if Eric over here likes working at the shop, he might tell one of his barber friends. Hey, dude, it's cool over here. Come
Oh
over here.
yeah.
Those kind of connections. Like
Oh
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
like I feel like that's probably the most enjoyable part of it. Like I do what I like, and I
Yeah.
get paid for it, man.
So now the other question is, what is the hardest part, or what is the least favorite thing that you like about owning a barbershop?
The hardest has to be finding the right people for the shop.
Your
It,
team.
yeah, the team. That's the hardest. Cause when you sit a bunch of guys that have the same mentality of being bosses,
Yeah.
they tend to like collide. You can't tell me nothing. I'm gonna do it my way.
Right.
I come whenever the hell I want to. You can't tell me nothing. And it's true. But a lot of that advice is because you don't want them to go through the same thing that you already went through.
Right.
Like, been doing it for 10 years. And I joke around and be like, man, I learned a thing or two. Let me guide you a little bit so you don't have to go through those little hiccups. And maybe you start making some real money from the get go.
Yeah.
But, like they say, you could take the horse to the watering hole, but you can't make them drink.
Yeah.
So the hardest thing has been that, like building that team. We're about to hit the 3-year mark,
Yeah.
and I have 2 chairs available, but it's just because I got to the point where I have to be more selective
Yeah.
of the people that are gonna join, because
Right.
we don't want to ruin what we already have going right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there has been people right there that we thought it was gonna work, but at the end, it didn't work out.
Yeah.
You know, I take a lot of advice from Eric.
Yeah.
I almost treat him like a partner.
Oh
'Cause
yeah.
if he's not gonna agree,
He's in there as long as you are, right?
basically,
Yeah.
like I feel like he's a big part of the growth of the barbershop.
Yeah.
So like if he's not comfortable with me bringing somebody in, and he tells me, hey, dude, like, no, I'll be like, hell no.
Yeah.
I'll
see.
take his advice very serious.
And just because he's more out there on the floor, right? He's more out there on the real, like, real time of like scenarios, right? Let's say, and you're more on the back end, right? More on the office and stuff.
Well, no, like we're both cutting. We're
Oh,
both
yeah?
in the forefront. I have my chair right in front of the shop.
Yeah.
Like I always say, the one who's at the shop the most has to be in the front.
Yeah.
At this point, I feel like this guy needs to be in the front. There's like 2 chairs in between us.
Yeah.
And we're at the corner. I joke around at the shop. I'm gonna buy some walkie-talkies so I could talk to you. He's like way over there.
Got you, man. So, what are your goals now and for the next 6 months, man?
So this year, I want my Google reviews to go up.
Okay.
Like for a while, I was slacking. I wasn't asking the customers for that. And I realized that that's such a powerful thing.
Oh yeah.
One of my customers was nice enough to make me a QR code. So I printed it out. I put in one of the little things right next to the little iPad where we charge.
Yeah.
And as my clients are checking out, like, hey man, if you like the service, you like to give a review, let everybody know how we do.
Yeah.
And they take out their phone. I don't know if all of them are doing it, but at least I see them take out their phone, they scan their thing, like, hey, I'm a right one. So that has been helping out. Another one of the goals that I have is to get those 2 chairs filled.
Yeah.
I'm trying to manifest. I believe in manifestation. Like, I'm trying to get those right barbers, like two young, hungry barbers, like that. They want to put in the work, They just need an opportunity. Sometimes that's all we need.
Yeah.
Like if I could find those 2 guys that are hungry and that are just looking for that one opportunity,
Yeah.
man, that shop
It's gonna change it.
we'll make them. We'll really
Yeah.
make them some good money.
Yeah.
Make them good barbers. Because it's not just about the money. It's just what can I provide to them? What can they provide to the barbershop? You know, like as far as customer service, you know,
Correct,
like
yeah.
cleanliness, because that's a big thing. You know, presentation. You know, you go to the barbershop, you see hair everywhere, and I can't teach a guy to be clean.
Yeah.
He's not gonna belong there for very long. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
if I can't teach him to say hi to the customers, he's not gonna be there for long, man. Because those are some of the things that I guess you can't teach people.
It's
You know,
common
like
sense. Yeah.
like
Yeah.
some people don't have that.
Yeah. Some people just don't use the common sense, I guess. You know. But it's very important to know how to greet people. You know, it's your words are very powerful. You know.
Oh yeah.
And the way you speak to people is the way they're gonna feel about you, you know. And another question would be like, what keeps you like, you know, keep the barbershop open, you know, like
what
has
keeps you
been-
motivated?
What has been the thing that has motivated you know to continue to keep the barbershop open? Obviously, I mean, you've been in business 3 years now, right?
Yeah.
And obviously, like, you're like, oh, damn, you know, like, I never thought I would have made it this long. But, you know, what is something that, you know, you could say that keeps you motivated?
I have to say that my wife and kids
Yeah.
are my biggest motivation. Yeah, like you know, like
You always got to have someone.
I come from humble beginnings, man.
Yeah.
Didn't have a lot growing up, you know. So when people tell you, "Oh, you're gonna fail," that's my drive right there. Like I'm gonna prove to you that I could do it. Dude.
Yeah.
Like if that guy could do it over there, I could do it. We went to the Barber Expo this past year to Vegas. I met this barber that I've been following in social media since I was in barbering school. I went up to him and I shook his hand. The videographer made so much fun of me because I just stared into his soul for like 30 seconds, not letting go of his hand, you know, acting like a straight groupie.
Yeah.
And he goes, dude, why you act like that? I go, I don't know why I froze. I go, but just the fact that I touched his hand, I know that he's real.
Yeah.
That all his videos that I've been watching, you know, just he became a human being. So if he's able to do it, I'm gonna do it, man.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna be able to do it. You know, I had a dream of having my own YouTube channel with similar stuff to what he was teaching at the time that I was watching him. You know,
Yeah.
we're at 1,100
Dang.
subscribers or something. You
Yeah.
know, so that was one of the
That's something.
milestones that we wanted to do. Like
Yeah.
1,000 subscribers, 400,000 hours of viewing time, and then we could start getting paid
Oh, yeah.
on YouTube, which it'll probably be pennies at the beginning.
Yeah.
But just meeting that milestone, you know, it's like it gives you that satisfaction that you're doing something right,
Yeah.
and that motivation that you know what, I'm gonna keep doing. I'm gonna keep posting. It just don't read the comments, guys. I learned that one the wrong way.
But to the listeners and to myself, like, I'm kind of curious, like, what is your guys' YouTube channel about?
It's basically a little bit of everything. How to cut hair. We do blogs, reviews.
Like clipper reviews and stuff?
Yeah, clipper reviews.
Everything barbering, everything barbering.
Yeah,
Trying a little bit of everything.
That's so dope.
yeah. We do shorts.
Tell them about the Andis story.
Oh yeah. So
Well, what's your first clipper ever? And then what'd you ship?
yeah, I guess to go back to
Yeah.
to the beginning. Like,
Yeah.
The first clippers that I ever got on my barber kit, which everybody in the barber school would get that kit. It was the Andis Masters and the T liners, the little purple ones or the gray ones.
With
And-
like the purple little lever thingy?
Well, no, it's the gray trimmer, the T liner, the gray one,
Oh,
and then
okay.
the master, right? You're familiar with the master. You say you started
Yeah.
cutting hair. It's
I've
just
seen
old
master.
chrome metal,
Yeah.
like unbreakable. Like
Yeah.
It's because I'm saying this because I think on our past podcast, I think actually he had brought the trimmers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Which probably gonna do one of those.
yeah, so
it was like these like gray ones, right? Roundish ones.
Yeah, like
it looks
little-
like an egg.
yeah,
those.
Well, we're talking like corded ones. This is before cordless.
yeah.
Those
this-
are corded though.
Yeah.
He said that
Yeah.
he said that his mom had them stored like in the restroom for years, and that he just popped them out and he started using them.
See,
Just add some hookers.
yeah, that's usually how it works. You're like, what is this over here?
Yeah.
Yeah. So my first clippers were the Andis Masters.
Right.
And that's all I would use. I cut with those clippers for years. Just imagine buying a $80 clipper that makes you 100K. You know,
Yeah.
like you learn to love that clipper. It's like it's like your baby.
Right.
So that was the hype of the cordless clippers. They started creating that hype, and everybody was asking for the cordless masters, cordless masters. Man, well, I was one of them.
That's a game changer.
Like that's something that I was looking forward to.
Right.
So finally, I even got on that wait list. Oh, they're gonna drop at this time. If you want to be the first one, put down your deposit, and you'll be the first one. Oh man, I went and bought two
Yeah.
right away. And then as soon as it got released, I bought my third one. There's 3 different blades from the company that fit that masters.
Yeah.
The fade blade, the taper blade, and a fat master blade. So I had one of each, and I'm over there on the gram, showing them off. I'm happy, stoked.
Kid with
Yeah.
new stories.
Yeah,
huh?
man, I put them into work. And yeah, I used them for, I want to say a solid year.
Game
And-
changers.
Man, the other barbers started making fun of me. Like, hey, what's up with that airplane that you're using over there, that lawnmower? It's just getting loud, loud, super loud.
Yeah.
To the point that I stopped using them. They were like, heck no. Like, they got messed up. I sent them back because of the warranty. I got new clippers, but the same thing started happening. They were just loud.
Yeah.
So I went back to my corded ones. Super quiet, powerful. Never want to try no other clippers. Like, we just said that we do reviews. So I'll buy clippers.
Yeah.
Just, I'll get on the hype. Oh, this one's coming out.
Yeah,
This one's
yeah,
better than
yeah.
the Masters. Try it out. I'll put it back on the burner. Like,
Right.
it wouldn't do it for me. So recently, there was a video I saw. No, well, let me rewind it a little bit. When we went to the Barber Expo, I went to the Andes booth and I picked up some Andes Masters. Turned them on and they were quiet. And I was like, what the hell? Turned them on, off. I asked the guy at the stand, I go, hey, why are the clippers so quiet? He goes, oh man, we did an update on the clippers. We made some internal things that they're gonna make them quieter. I was like, so you mean to tell me that if I take a pair right now, they're gonna be quiet like this one's here?
Yeah.
Yeah. I go, man, it's over. Like if that's true, it's over.
Right.
I'm gonna go back to the cordless masters. And you know what? I'll take one. Boom. It came with a free trimmer, with a free cup, some guards. Put them to work. 1 week later, I'm getting the same sound I was getting from the original one. So I was like, what? Oh, hell no. I was,
Damn,
That's
250?
expensive,
That's
like-
crazy.
so
You bought them like 6, right?
Fuck.
so at this point, I'm really upset. I was
Yeah.
like, they got me. Yeah. I made a review and everything. I'm scrolling through IG.
Right.
And I see a video. Oh, Andes came up with a new updated version. So I go in the comments. Oh, those are lies. Like the update, it's not true.
You're one of those.
Yeah, they're as loud as the other ones. Like,
They're
Right,
liars.
yeah, I'm not gonna buy no more of these clippers.
Right, yeah.
The CEO of Andes,
Yeah.
I didn't know at the time that he was the CEO of Andes, sends me a message.
Yeah.
Hey, how's those clippers doing?
What?
My response was the same. Garbage. The RPMs go up and down. They're
Yeah.
loud.
Yeah.
They're lawnmowers for me, huh?
Yeah. So he's like, let me have your name and your
Yeah.
address. I'm gonna send you a couple of clippers.
Yeah.
So I could make sure that you got the latest updated version of those clippers.
Yeah.
I was like, this guy's BS. Right? He ain't gonna do that.
Yeah.
I get a package from Andes. Four clippers, 4 OG guards, because they had discontinued this particular guards, the zero guard. And they sent 4 of those. I gave one to Eric, one to Will. I kept 2 of them. And I was rotating those clippers. Same thing.
No way.
At this point, I'm like really upset. dude.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
oh,
Hell no.
I do an updated review on them, and
Yeah.
I'm going off. I'm like, I don't care if Andy sends me 1,000 of these things. They suck.
No
They're
longer,
loud,
Yeah.
no longer purchasing this. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'll continue rocking with my original ones.
Right.
I still have a set in my station, but now I don't use them that much. Picked up this JRL Onyx clippers. Powerful, quiet, 5 hours of runtime.
Oh yeah.
They come with all the accessories. It does everything I need
Mm-hmm.
the clippers to do. I'm not gonna spend my money on that.
Yeah. Hell
You know.
no.
So after that, I think I got him upset because he never even reached back. I'm sorry if you ever watch this. You
Yeah.
know, like, but I'm not gonna lie to people. You know, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
that. That's my integrity. I can't burn it like
That's
that.
what
You
these
know.
companies do. You know, I feel like they just they promote their things, but they're not giving out quality. You know, they just they do it for the money. You know, they don't do it for the for for I mean for their people. You know,
Yeah, like
they're just fucking people over. I mean, and
I mean, I do gotta say that they do create, awesome
Yeah.
clippers and trimmers, but it just that particular one, I feel like it
yeah.
was a fail from the get go.
Right.
Like it
But I
just
mean, like it's crazy. I mean, how many did you get? You know, for you to say like no more of this. You know, like
and they're free.
I
They
think
they
you
just
said,
sitting there.
right,
I don't use them.
But I think Eric said right that you had purchased, I mean, 4 or 6,
Yeah,
right?
like
And then
six
they,
of 'em.
and
Damn.
and then they sent you 4. Like what?
Yeah, and just on that, it was like $1,000 worth of stuff.
Yeah.
Which maybe in their head it was like, you know what, maybe he'll tone it down a little bit, talk a
Right.
little bit nicer.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
want to see it in a good perspective? Who would have thought
Yeah.
the same clipper company that you got your
That-
fucking was gonna 10 years later send you a fucking
Yeah, like that thing
Just
blows
that is
blows my
legendary.
mind. Yeah, like
Crazy.
That they responded and
Yeah.
they tried to.
the
Yeah.
purpose of what
yeah,
Right.
yeah, like that. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that intention behind that. Yeah, like I do appreciate that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like and I did
Definitely.
say that in the video, like like the Andes Masters, the corded version, still to this day is my all-time favorite
Yeah.
clippers.
Yeah.
Like I said, I always have a pair on my station because once in a while you get that itch, like, hey, let me go back to my classics.
Yeah.
But
Or you just get those people that come in, they haven't had a haircut in like 2 years or something, and you ain't gonna use your good freaking clippers, right?
that's actually what you want to use. You want to use the best ones. 'Cause
Oh, yeah?
you don't want to get that thing stuck somewhere. Like,
Or that. I mean, yeah, that's right.
Got you, man. So as we bring the podcast to an end, man, any last advice to the audience, man?
yeah. So if I had to talk to myself,
Right.
you know, going back in time, I would definitely say, if you like what you do, learn how you can make money with that.
Yeah.
Go out there and figure out what moves you got to do to get you in a position where you start getting paid
Yeah.
from doing that. And just don't give up on your dream. Like every day, do reps. I saw a review or interview with Kobe Bryant,
Yeah.
and he said this. He goes, "Man, when I started playing basketball, people will practice twice a week, 1 hour a day, right? Twice a week, 2 hours a week." He goes, "I will go in there 7 days a week, 3 hours a day." He goes, "Just do the math. Who do you think is gonna get better? So whatever career or whatever job you're chasing, just make sure that every day you do as many reps as you can.
Yeah.
So when you look back, you're like, damn, all that hard work that I did, it's paying off.
Yeah.
Because eventually it will pay off. You know?
Oh, thank you, man. We appreciate you guys
Yeah,
coming to the podcast. It was
definitely.
a privilege to get to know your guys' story. But if you want to tell them your socials so that they could reach out to you, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so if you guys want to find us, you guys can find us at premiumbarbersinc.com. We have all the social medias,
Yeah.
Premium Barbers, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. You guys can find us there.
They're all under
Gotcha.
the same name.
Same name,
Same
man.
name.
Perfect.
Okay.
We
Gotcha.
appreciate for having you guys, and we enjoyed your guys' story, and for all other upcoming videos and all the other upcoming news, we'll go ahead and keep in touch with you guys. So we'll see you guys, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.
Peace.